First to come out, the group of young players who've been part of the Premier League squad but are not, as things stand, eligible for a medal. Ola Aina, Nathan Ake, Kennedy, Eduardo, the veteran reserve goalkeeper. And now, maybe, after a quick session with the hairdryer, not the Ferguson sort, Antonio Conte. How would you sum up his achievement in winning the title in his first year in England, Matt?
I think it's been magnificent. I think he's lived and breathed every second of it as well. Such emotion on the touchline. Relentless pursuit of this title, tactically as well. I think he wanted to play a back three. Didn't feel his team were ready. Took him a while to change to that system, but as soon as they did, they didn't look back.
And as Conte walks to the middle, here come his mainstays. Led by the Player of the Year, N'Golo Conte. Close behind him, Diego Costa. And the rest of this core squad of 23 who've carried the club to a 6th league title, a 5th of the Premier League era. And the captains of both team and club, Gary Cahill and John Terry. And as we look at the very modern Chelsea, we should point out that their only league championship before the advent of the Premier League came back in 1955. And as the modern-day players go up to receive their medals, watching these pictures from his home in Royal Berkshire, will be the only man ever to lift a league trophy for Chelsea, apart from John Terry. We should give a nod to Roy Bentley, who celebrated his 93rd birthday earlier this week. But that was then, and this is now. And things are done very differently, even recorded for posterity by those involved, in Kurt Zuma's case. Huge draw for N'Golo Conte.
A deserved winner of the Player of the Year trophy. He's the first player, the only player to win back-to-back titles at different clubs.
Eden Hazard, fantastic 2 years ago. Almost invisible last year and back to his very best as he showed with his goal today. Pedro, who for long periods has usurped Willian as a regular starter. Confirmed as the winner of the Golden Glove for the most clean sheets, Thibaut Courtois. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's been out with a back injury late in the season. One of the younger brigade, one of the few to get a chance. A player reborn and rejuvenated in Victor Moses. The Premier League's pantomime villain-in-chief, Diego Costa. Midfield enforcer Nemanja Matic. And now Willian, one of the goal scorers today. Finished the season with a flurry. Michy Batshuayi. If Costa is not around next season, his role could be more significant. The stage filling up. And after Cesar Azpilicueta comes forward, there will only be 4 men behind him. Daniel Chalobah. A few extrovert characters in this Chelsea side on this of all days, and the biggest extrovert of all is about to make his entry. David Luiz. This team, remember, lambasted last year, being lauded this. Champions for the 5th time in 13 seasons, the 2nd time in 3 years. Here comes a man for the present and the future, Gary Cahill. And just one man is left, waiting his turn at the end of the line. The Titan, John Terry. One of a kind. It's not often you get a moment that serves as both coronation and abdication, but this is one of them. John Terry has his Hollywood ending, and Chelsea are Premier League champions for the 5th time. The blue chip team collecting a blue ribbon prize. Blue the colour as Chelsea collect the Premier League trophy. Lords and masters of all they survey. And once again, champions of England. The start of a party that will last a while, but not too long. Not with the FA Cup final still to come. At the moment, they sit on top of the Premier League tree. They could be sitting on top of the footballing world if they can do the double by adding the FA Cup in 6 days from now. It's a point in time, really, Matt Holland. Victory for Chelsea and a valedictory moment for their long-serving captain, John Terry. What a way to say farewell.
Yeah, he's been a magnificent servant, fantastic player, leader of this club. He'll be extremely emotional right now. You think he can go on forever, but time catches up with everyone. And sadly, time has caught up with John Terry, certainly at Chelsea. But it might not be the end. I think there's a lot of clubs in the Premier League that would like to take his services next season. He hasn't probably played as much as he would have liked to have done this year, but he's still bowing out on a massive high.
And now they're off for their personal photos around Stamford Bridge. Plan is that John Terry will say a few words to the crowd, but that will be a few minutes away yet. There are interviews to be done, photographs to be taken. And to think, sitting here in September, there were doubts as to Chelsea's prospects this season. Beaten by Liverpool, thumped by Arsenal. But the season ends with champagne flowing, with another trophy, the 23rd in the club's history. 19 of them secured in the last 20 years. Abramovich brought his billions, and the weight of his money now reflected in the glitter of the trophy cabinet. John Terry signs off as the first man in history to lift the Premier League trophy on 5 different occasions. Roy Keane managed 4. He's usurped him, he's usurped most others. Chelsea are the champions yet again.
These celebrations, as John said, are going to go on for a long time, but they can't go on too long. A week yesterday at Wembley, Chelsea will play Arsenal in the FA Cup final. And Chelsea will be going for the double. Real sense of unity about them. Conte's backroom staff is gigantic, as it is these days at major football clubs. And all of them feeling a part and being a part of these grand moments in the evening sunshine now at Stamford Bridge. There's the man who masterminded it, stayed in the background for the trophy lift. Courtois, Golden Glove winner, 16 clean sheets this season, helped by those in front of him, like this man, a reborn, rejuvenated Alonso. David Luiz, not many thought that was a good signing when it happened, but my goodness, he has been terrific this season. Got him back from Paris Saint-Germain, and he has done the job for them. And there's the man who is shortly to address the crowd, if he can gather himself suitably, John Terry. This might not, though, be the last trophy they lift, let alone this season, but this week. And to think, after what happened under Mourinho last season, not too many would have predicted this. That Chelsea wouldn't only win it, but would win it comfortably, and would be unarguably the team of the season. Victor Moses, another, back to way beyond his previous best as a right wing back under Antonio Conte. Key contributors everywhere you look. The Brazilian contingent celebrating together. David Luiz, as always, making sure that everybody feels part of the party. Conte finally gets a chance to get his hands on the trophy, and he'll want a picture as well. Standing behind him is on the field captain Gary Cahill. But Conte has a ruthless work ethic. They will be back in this week and training and preparing, and then, should they win the cup, they can celebrate all of this. The eyes will not be taken off that particular ball. Chelsea will hope to complete the double and to march on. We will be catching up with some of those at the heart of all of this celebration and success. Looks like every player and family with a chance to join in and get a photo with the trophy. Nice touch, that. There's a side of Diego Costa we don't see very often, and it's nice to see it. And Cesc Fabregas with his new arrival. With a moment that one day I'll look back on and really cherish. Another who many criticised, many thought was done at this most rarefied of levels, but he's proved that quality lasts. I wonder if Diego Costa will take these moments and use it as a reason to stay, or will he, as people felt he might even in January, head for China. All of that to be decided, but all forgotten for now, as the Chelsea players can celebrate as a group. You have to remember as well how relentless these seasons are, and they deserve these moments unquestionably. They overwhelm some and are embraced by others. He'll hope for much more success, Gary Cahill, as their new leader, really. Starting with next Saturday. And none of these fans will be going anywhere for the time being. That's why you Turn up, it's why you keep coming. It's why you sit there through the bad times like last season for these wonderful times. Kurt Zouma, not as big a part this season as he would have liked, but still a big part of things. I'm sure we'll be hearing from all of these players, most of these players, very, very shortly, but we let them enjoy these moments. Asmir Begovic in the background, who has proved such an able backup for Thibaut Courtois. And that's another key with Conte. He may not have used that many of his squad this season, made fewer changes than any other Premier League manager, but he'll need a squad next season, because they won't be free of Europe. It will be Champions League, and it will be fighting on so many different fronts. There is already presented the Golden Glove trophy to Thibaut Courtois. Good job he won it. I'm sure there was a replica ready at Hull as well. Let's hear now, though, from one of Chelsea's stalwarts, one of Chelsea's champions. Time to get a word with Marcos Alonso.
Marcos, how does it feel to have a Premier League medal around your neck?
My first big trophy, very special day today. We finally got to get the cup, and also 30 wins. It's a new record, I think, so very happy for that. And now last game next week, and a good rest for next year.
Tell me about the send-off you gave for your captain, John Terry, and what has he meant to you in this season here?
I've said it many times. It's been a great help for me individually, and I think he was a very important role in the changing room this year. It's been massive help for everybody, and well, you saw today the love from the people. That's amazing, and it's how it has to be, because he's going to be irreplaceable for Chelsea.
And how about the manager? I think he's now won 4 straight league titles with Juventus and Chelsea. What's his magic? What's his secret?
Well, we've been working hard this year, and big part of the fault is his, because he's done a great job. He's had every player focused and concentrated on the objective, the title, and happy for him as well, and thankful.
What about the man behind you, Thibaut Courtois, winning the Golden Glove? You've obviously played a part in that. How pleased are you for him?
Yeah, very pleased. He's done a great job, and hopefully he gets it next year as well, staying with us.
And can you make this even better next season? When do you start thinking about next season?
Yeah, I think there is room to improve. We'll have to work as hard, and second season working with this manager, I think we can improve a lot of things, and we will do our best.
Many congratulations, Marcus. Thank you so much.
Marcos Alonso there with Paul Belveston. John Terry with One for the Family album. He won't want to leave. They want to still be on this pitch after everyone else has left. He spoke beforehand about it was hard just driving to the ground for the last time. Hard going through every single part of your routine for the last time. But he's not done as a player, and they still have work to do on Saturday against Arsenal. Where will he be next season? I suspect, given the potential suitors, that will be up to him. There'll be plenty of option for Terry, not just as a centre-half, but as a leader as well. Might be part of another special story. There's a nice moment. His old England partner, Jamie Carragher, with a hug for him. Selfies with Pedro. Certainly a new addition, isn't it, this? Players videoing the trophy celebration and the photos afterwards. Be straight onto social media. And everyone wants a photo with John Terry. Well, they will wait and get as many photos as they want. All very well organised here at Stamford Bridge. Families were to one side, photographers to the other. And these will be the pictures splashed across back and indeed front pages of the newspapers in England tomorrow. Cesar Azpilicueta is a real unsung hero. Presents himself so well and rarely makes an error, rarely has a bad game. A huge part of this season, and rightly a big part of this day as well. A reminder, a 6th title in all, a 5th in the Premier League era, a 5th in the last 13 years. Diego Costa ending with 20 goals. Michy Batshuayi ending with 5 in his first Premier League season and ending with 4 in his last 3. John Terry will shortly be addressing the crowd here at Stamford Bridge. I do think that he needs a bit of time just to get himself together. Can't blame him when he's going to give his speech. He doesn't want to break down. I'm sure he'll be emotional. Going back to those key contributors, Courtois has his award, but Costa with 20, Hazard ending with 16, Pedro and Willian and Cahill with 6 goals, all massive contributors. Alonso as well with 6 too. Every part of the side and the squad chipped in here. And Conte, both the football writers and the players, player of the year. We can hear now from John Terry. You can hear him being built up to, announced. Let's have a listen into this.